Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G. You're now tuned in to another great episode of Industry Talk here on Primetime Pod. And I'm sitting with the one and only Piper the comedian. How you doing, Piper?
That's right. Piper the comedian. I'm good, brother. How about yourself, man?
Man,
Everything good in
well,
my hood,
that's
man. Don't get it
that's what's
misunderstood.
happening, man. Well, look, let's jump right into it, man. I got a couple questions for you. I got the word that you got a show coming up. You got something going down in June. Give me a little insight about
June the 5th.
June 5th. Give me a little insight about what's happening.
Hey, man, look, this show going to be wonderful, man. June 5th at the Arlington Improv right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, man. We coming with my man, Graza 100, man. The brother is funny right out of Baton Rouge. We got Shed G. He's worked with Tyler Perry many years. Actually, he's Tyler Perry's stunt double. He's going to be hosting the show. And myself going to be on the show, man. It's going to be a great show. June 5th, man. Get your tickets right there at the Arlington Improv, man. We bringing the fun, man.
Okay, all is in the Improv. Get your tickets. Can they get them online? Just directly out the Arlington
Yes,
Improv at their
they
site.
can get them. They can get them right there online. Improv.com, right there in Arlington, Texas. You just pick the venue. We right there in Arlington, June the 5th. Improv.com.
Okay, so originally you're from Louisiana. Which part of Louisiana?
Up originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Born and raised
Okay,
Baton.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And how did you make that transition into the Texas region and inevitably being settled down in Dallas? Because you moved around. You said you was in the Navy, so we'll get into that in a
Yeah,
minute.
yes. I moved around and how I ended up here. My job transferred me here because I never quit my day job. I always had a good, nice little job that's sustained everything and kept me well and paid me good. So I didn't want to ever quit my job. But my job moved me here in the year 2000. I moved here from Kentucky. Didn't like it up there. 1 minute black people. I said, hey, I got to get out of here and go
What
somewhere else.
part of Kentucky?
Some people that look like me. London, Kentucky. You probably never heard of it. Maybe 75 miles south of Lexington, but right there off of 75, man. I was right there in London, Kentucky for about 2.5 years. Started the job working in the federal system, and then I moved here in 2000. And the rest is history right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, man. I love it here, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful town, beautiful people, and there's a lot of black culture here and a lot of history. And hey, man, I've been here ever since, and I ain't going nowhere. This is where I'm
Okay,
at.
well, you made your transition from the Fed, being in the Navy, working, doing different jobs. I'm trying to figure out how you got into comedy. Where did that pivot come into play?
But comedy came when I enlisted in the military, and first comedy come from my mama. Shout out to my mama, Baton Rouge. My sense of humor come from her because she's very silly. She crazy to me. We actually write jokes together. But hey, thank her for her humor that she has instilled in me. And I started comedy, man, in 1995, 96. Bernie Mac was the first comedian I ever really encountered that was doing his thing back in the day after Def Jam. He was on tour. I got lucky enough to get on the stage. And brother, the rest is history. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I know that's where I'm supposed to be, man. This stage, laughter is good for the soul.
Okay, so
I know this is my
right,
calling.
so you've worked with legends like Bernie Mac. So
Yes.
what were those early moments like, and what key lessons did you take away from sharing the stage with such icons?
Well, the key lesson I've learned from most comedians I've encountered that was on that level was be yourself and create your own lane. Everybody has their own style. And if you're out here doing comedy and you're trying to imitate somebody else can figure it out. Most of your audience can know who is he trying to be like. You have to create your own lane, be creative, and always be yourself. That's from the late great Bernie Mac told me. Just be yourself, and people gonna like you for who you are, and you got to be funny in your own way.
Gotcha.
Your story is your story. Nobody can tell my story better
That's
than you.
right. So the comedy industry has changed a lot over the years. How have you
Yes,
how have you managed to stay relevant, and what challenges have you faced adapting to the new platforms like social media and streaming?
yes. That's what comedy. Yes, it has changed, and like you said, the internet changed it, changed the whole game. And I just adapted to the culture of the internet. You got a lot of these comedians that come up through the social media platforms, Instagram, and all these different um, social media sites. I hadn't changed. I'm just going to be. I'm more. I'm trying to be more relevant on the internet, getting my followers and getting people to know who I am. So that's why I love traveling, going to different cities to make people laugh who don't even know me. And how the game has changed is that if you got an internet following And if you doing these skits and you gaining a lot of fans, then a lot of people want to see you. But a lot of these comedians have the internet following, but they don't have the stage, experience. So they transition, and a lot of them do pretty good, and a lot of them know that hey, it's a whole different animal from that stage to behind the camera.
Right.
So what I did moving forward, I do a few skits here and there, but that stage is my home, and that's where I was raised at, and that's where I cut my teeth right there on that stage, and I think that's where it really counts.
Okay.
They coming to see.
Yeah. So you've been in the jungle. You've come through it the way that the traditional comics have done it.
Right.
So let's talk about because you're the one that mentioned this. So I'm segueing into something that you mentioned. This new age comedian. So the night when a fan jumped on stage trying to fight Charleston White was unforgettable.
Uh-oh.
What was going through your mind during that moment, and how do you keep your composure when things go off script like that?
Well, I was, and of course, I was on that show.
That's right. That's why I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking you.
Yes, I didn't technically see it when it first happened because I was actually in the hallway in the foyer selling my my merchandise. And I was hearing people saying that, hey, they fighting. And I was like, what's going on? At the time, I had my wife with me and my boy was with me, and we was, trying to sell my T-shirt. And then when I saw the video, and actually when I went back in there, he was already gone. But to me, it was like comedy is taken to a whole nother, it just is going in a different direction sometimes when you got people thinking they're comedians or saying, hey, I'm a comedian, when actually you just a shit talker.
Right.
And I think got to a point where he got on stage and people was wanting him to, deliver jokes and they weren't liking it. They started booing. You know how he talked, and then one thing led to another. To me, that's not comedy. That's chaos. So I really didn't know what to say because I'd never been in a situation like that before. As long as I've been telling jokes, I've never seen nothing like that happen.
Okay.
So it's just crazy, man. Hopefully that ain't where comedy is going. Comedy is supposed to be happy. Comedy is supposed to be, making people feel good and forgetting about troubles they got going on. Because everybody going through something. I don't care who you are, how much money you got. We all going through something.
Right.
But people want to laugh.
That's right.
So laughter shouldn't be humility. Laughter shouldn't be me talking about somebody and making them feel bad. I should be making you feel good, getting about your problem. Mm-hmm. And that's why I love comedy.
Mm-hmm. So you've seen comedy evolve from the smoke-filled clubs to viral moments online.
Yes.
Present day. So how do you stay grounded and maintain your authenticity in a world that often rewards shock value over substance?
Again, you have to remain and stay humbled and stand your ground and know that, what got me to where I'm at.
Right.
Being good at what I do, giving people what they came and what they paid for. And that's laughter, making them feel good. And I'm always say
right.
That. And that comes from just the way I was raised. That comes from also the military and just comes from who I am as a person. That'll never change. I don't care how comedy and what direction it goes in, I'm going to still be me, no matter what. And I think that's just life. You still have to be who you are.
Okay.
You can't get off course and let something, throw you off. You have to stay and stick to your faith and know that you are who you are for a reason. God has a plan for you.
Okay. Now I can truly appreciate that.
I know my destiny.
I can truly appreciate that.
Sir.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. A lot of people don't invoke, their true blessings and don't speak about God, and they kind of leave that, to the side, not knowing that that's the reason why you actually on this planet doing what you're doing in such high fashion. So,
yes, and that's why I talk about it because is no testimony without
a test.
So I've been through some things, and I know, hey, where he can bring you.
Right. So can you talk to me about one of the most humbling moments in your career, or something that made you reevaluate your path or dig deeper into your craft?
I can say it's a number of things that made me really appreciate what I'm doing and knowing that this is nothing easy and knowing that I'm doing something for the greater good, for our culture and anybody who want to listen to me tell jokes.
Right.
I feel like a lot of things that I see, especially with the internet, I see people disrespecting the craft, thinking they can just come and do what we do as comedians.
Okay.
And when they get on that stage, they can't deliver. And when I see a lot of comedians that can't deliver and they keep trying, they get better, because I ain't always been funny. It takes me a while. I've been doing this for a long time. I think anything you practice at and work hard at, you get good at. So I've been doing this for a while. So I can't say it's one particular thing that kept me humble. All I can say is throughout my path of comedy, I've seen so much to where it keeps me grounded and it keeps me humble, knowing that everybody can't do what I'm doing. And I've seen so many people try this craft and fail at it. And I've seen some people that excel at it.
Right.
So what keeps me going is knowing that I'm doing the right thing, and I keep getting interviews like this and meeting people like my boy Boss 101 and meeting great people around this world, man, that help the culture. And he's one brother that I can really appreciate that's helping the black culture.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And all around the country.
Okay. So speaking about all around the country, you've toured across the country and you've performed for diverse audiences. How do you tailor your comedy to connect with people from all walks of life while still staying true to your voice?
Well, what I do, the first thing I would do, I talk to promoter and find out his dynamics and his following and things that he has, like a lot of his shows, like what his audience is like. And a lot of promoters I'm already familiar with. So what I do normally is I read the room. If I'm gonna show up at a venue, I read the room, whether I'm at an auditorium or I'm at a smaller club, I'm at a regular club. I read my room and I can kind of know what my audience wants.
Okay.
An audience that's normally at a comedy club, they want more intelligent jokes. You got to really kind of soothe them, and you telling your stories and you bringing them in. I notice if I'm at a regular club just doing comedy, I know they want something hood. I got to bust them across their head. I got to bring it. But what I can say is funny is universal. I don't care who you are. It doesn't. I don't think my funny has a race or it has a nationality. I think that funny is universal, and I think everybody laughs, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't just direct my joke just towards people that look like me. Hey, I can make them all laugh, white, black, Mexican.
That's right.
So funny is for everybody.
Okay, so working with some of the biggest names in the game, how do you carve out your own identity without being overshadowed? And how does those collaborations shape your own comedic style? Like, let's say, for instance, you used to do work with a Bubba Dub, for instance, and Bubba's out of the Dallas region.
Yes.
Okay, talk to me.
Well, because you asked a few questions all at once, but I must say you're a very detailed interviewer. I must tell you, I didn't know I was on trial. At the same time, I will answer the last question.
Okay.
First. But with Mr. Bubba Dub, he's a young brother coming up in the game, and what I like about him is that I've watched him grow.
Okay.
You know, I've watched him from in the beginning to now to where he's at touring around the country. And shout out to Bubba Dub, man. Brother is doing his thing.
Right.
He's getting it out there.
Right.
He's another one that transitioned from doing skits to doing, on the stage, and brother is doing
Correct.
his thing. Working with a lot of big name comedians that has the bigger names and they're selling out. When they bring me on their tours and they bring me into their world as far as me opening up for them, I'm featuring for them. I know my position.
Right.
The show is not about
Correct.
me. If I work with the Nephew Thomas and the Bill Bellamy's and the D.L. Hughley's and the Cedrics, and I don't work with all these guys, but I'm not overshadowing them because they have their own.
Right. Okay.
I just try to use their audience so they can be my audience one day. So it's basically because you can be a fan of more than one person.
Mm-hmm.
So now I want his fans to be my fans, and that's how I captivate. And that's how I capitalize on being with the bigger names.
Okay.
Hey, let me get some of those audience members you got. Hey, y'all follow me on Instagram. My following went up just because I'm piggybacking off them. I'm just using my resources for my greater.
Right. Okay.
And that's how a lot of comedians get kicked off to it because they go and think they're bigger than the headliner. Oh, I'm funnier than him. No, but you might be, but they're not there to see.
That's right.
I just try to capture an audience.
So
Boss Talk wasn't there to see me, but I ended up meeting him because he saw me at a show and with somebody else.
right.
And that's how me and you.
So
That's how
it's important to play. So it's important to play your role, basically.
you got to play your position.
Right.
If you ain't the receiver, don't try to play quarterback.
Okay.
So and don't try to play running back if you ain't the
Right.
or if you ain't the wide receiver. Always play your position.
Right. Well, let me ask you this: since you've been rubbing elbows with some of the upper echelon in the comedy realm, what's one of the behind the scenes stories involving a well-known comedian that fans would be shocked or inspired to hear?
Well, I tell you this. I'm gonna say this. I can say three big known. I won't say big. big name, well known comedians. I'm gonna say one of them is what's your boy that played on How to Be a Player? Bill Bellamy.
Okay.
When I tell you he's one of the coolest brothers you will ever meet, down to earth, give you advice. I get off the stage, he telling me, hey, add this to your joke. Hey, you don't get that from a lot of comedians.
Wow.
A lot of comedians you get big names, especially they won't even talk.
Come
about
on.
Other conversations are very limited.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of them that will give you game, give you jewels, and tell you, hey, if I were you, I'd add this. That joke was funny, man. You did, hey, man, put this, man, you, and down to earth, talking to me like me and him was talking more than the other guys on the show.
Okay.
So you got these comedians that are real, genuine, good guys. D.L. Hughley's another one. As big as he is and big as his platform he got on radio, and he doing TMZ, and this guy's been doing, he's one of the kings of comedy. He's another brother that will give you jewels and tell you, hey, you ought to do this. Hey, man, this will help you. I appreciate you. I was there one time. They make you feel like, hey, they was human, because we all started off somewhere.
Correct.
Nephew Tommy's one of them from Steve Harvey Morning Show, right out of Houston. Real good brother. He brought me on many of his shows. I'm still on tour with him right now. He's another brother that I even help him sometimes do certain jokes and things like of that nature.
Right.
So you got a lot of comedians, man, that are genuine, good people.
Okay.
Then you got the ones that get the big head and don't want to have conversation, and hey, it is what it
Right. So since we're talking about that family network and that mentoring side in the comedic game, comedy has the power to heal, the power to provoke.
Yes, I'm an absolute firm believer.
Right. It has the power to provoke.
Comedy is medicine. Laughter is good for the
Right.
soul. It's actually in the Bible.
That's right.
Laughter is medicine.
True. And it also has the power to provoke and the power to unite. What role do you think comedians like yourself play in today's cultural landscape, especially when it comes to speaking truth in a harmonious way?
Well, I think that what you just said made a lot of sense. Would provoke and actually promote. But my comedy, I want to promote and provoke in a good way. I want to bring laughter to your soul. I want to make you feel like, hey, whatever I'm going through, I didn't forgot it for these last couple of hours I've been here. So I want to use my comedy as more of a healing, like it's supposed to be used, because a lot of people don't do that. You got a lot of comedians that want to come out and talk about people and make them feel bad. No, I come and make you feel good, because I know I'm going to leave that impression on you. You probably never heard of me before, but once you see me on that stage and I'm done, you're gonna know my name when it's all said and done.
Okay.
So I want to use it for the greater good. Use it for what it's
made for.
In my opinion.
Right.
And some people take it and use it in different ways.
Okay. So you've already seen the wild side of the game. So what's the next step for Piper the Comedian? Is it more stand-up, TV, film, mentoring young comics, or something the world hasn't seen yet? Break it down for me, man.
Well, I tell you what, brother, all of the above, what you just
That's all right. That's what I'm
TV,
talking about.
where it's more, and eventually more follows. That's what we are.
Right.
We want more fans. We want more people, more notoriety. We want people to know who we
Right.
are. And the next step is whatever God got for me, man. It's what He got for you is for you. There's a room, and there's enough room out here for everybody.
Yes.
So it's not about who got what, because I didn't get it. He got. It's what's for me. It's for me. So whatever fall in my lap, I'm gonna be ready for it, because I can embrace it, man. Because I done been, I done started off with 20, 30 people in the audience, and I done been there, done that. So I'm gonna appreciate whatever come my way.
Yes, indeed.
So I'm in the field of making people laugh, brother, and whatever God got for me, He take me on this journey. That's what's next for me. Whatever He says next,
That's all right.
But I'm prepared. That's one thing. I'm prepared.
Go ahead. Now look, Piper, I ain't gonna hold you for too much longer, man. I appreciate you.
Well, you've been holding me for you've been holding me. Why don't stop holding me now?
Well, I understand, but no. I got another interview I need to do. I need to break out. But look, man, I appreciate you.
I was the only one.
I appreciate you,
sir.
and I hope you understand
No
that
problem.
when Boss Talk hit me up and said I need to jump into who you are, I really go do my research and find out about who you are. That's why I could ask you some of the questions that I'm asking you. I do want to follow up with another interview if I could extend that olive branch to you to actually come back and sit down and talk with me again, because I want to get into your experience in the Navy. I want to get into you traveling around the world. I want to get into your family structure and your life. And you said you were brought up in a disciplined home, and what you're seeing present day is not what you recognize from when you were coming up, or when we were coming up. So I want to get into the meat and potatoes of who you are. But I do want people to know about your upcoming show. Let them know that information, and also drop me some information about how to get in contact with you on all your social media platforms, YouTube included, Instagram, FaceSpace, Snap, Flap, all that stuff, baby. Give it to me.
I tell you, well, I don't know about no space and slap and all that. I don't know about any of that. I'm still old school now. Well, I ain't gonna say old school. I'm middle
Gotcha.
school. So I'm right there with
Gotcha.
you, brother. But you can follow me at Piper the Comedian, all one word, Piper the Comedian, Piper, Pay the Piper. My show again, June the 5th, Arlington Improv, man. Get your tickets, improv.com. Grouser 100, Shed G, and myself. It's gonna be an amazing show, man. You don't want to miss it. Get those tickets. June the 5th at the Arlington Improv. And remember, at Piper the Comedian on all platforms you can find me. Facebook and Instagram. All the rest of that stuff, I don't know.
Okay.
Snapchat, Chapter Snap, and feet clap and all that. I don't know about that. But hey, man, I look forward to working with you. I look forward to talking to you. Hey, and I want to come to Mississippi, man, and show the MI crooked letter, how I put it down, brother. Because we neighbors anyway. We right next door.
That's right. That's right.
They're going to be able to relate.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, look, you've been tuned
So
in.
I see you doing your homework.
Oh,
too.
I do, man. I do now. I do. And I appreciate you. You've been tuned into another great episode of Industry Talk here on Primetime Pod. I appreciate Piper the Comedian for stepping on through.
Yes, sir, brother. I appreciate you. I look forward to meeting you, brother. Let's do it.
Yes, indeed. And you all know it's about health, wealth, and wellness. Stay dangerous.